Playing Clary has been such a gift for me because not only is it a character that is so rich and has such rich source material, but the writers and the show, it's everyone's done such a great job of really crafting her story in a way that she's never stagnant. She continues to change, she continues to develop and grow and learn from her mistakes. And that's always been one of my favorite things about her, is that she's not perfect, and she does fall on her face quite a bit. She may have the best of intentions most of the time, but she continually will make mistakes, and she's human. I get to play this character who is a role model to so many girls, and every single one of these characters. That's what is so great about this show, is that there's someone for everyone, and everyone can, every audience member can find a bit of themselves in this story, and can find someone to relate to, or look up to, or to aspire to, or to commiserate with, depending on the situation. And even though it's not necessarily paralleled, it's given that we're a supernatural show. At least I hope people aren't dealing with some of the issues that these characters deal with. It's a real gift, and it's a real treasure to see the smiles on everyone's faces. As much as I think we all wish we could have had more time with this story, the writers have done an amazing job of wrapping everything up in these last 2 episodes, and it's in true Shadowhunters form. There's some really sweet moments, there's lovely heartfelt moments, there's heartbreaking moments, there's you'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll be scared, and all of the above, because that's what we do here. But it's nice to see the characters kind of come full circle in a lot of ways. You really become aware of the journey that each character has been on and the growth that each character has experienced, particularly in these last 2 episodes, because it's everybody's kind of looking back and looking forward and dealing with the aftermath of everything that's happened so far, and it's it sort of parallels our lives too, which is, it's been a very bittersweet and really a lovely experience.
I hope that they're happy with it, and we've done some nice things with the ending. There are some things that they'll recognize from the books, the book fans. There's some things that they won't recognize from the books. There were, from the actor's point of view, there were some tears in the read through and stuff, and that's always sort of weirdly positive. Like, you don't want anyone to cry, but it's nice if people do. It means the emotions are in the right place. So I hope people enjoy it, because at the end of the day we're working really hard on it, so I hope so. We're working to kind of round out this story, not just for ourselves but for the fans as well.
First of all, when I heard it was going to be 2 episodes to finish it off, I was like, how are they going to do that? And then during the table read, I thought it was just such a beautiful kind of bookend, I guess, like to the story and the way they wrapped it up, and it was like a lot of humor and a lot of tears, and just especially what the whole journey of this shadow hunters in the shadow world. It's I think it's really beautiful, and I liked it, so I really hope that the fans will as well.
Like is true and has been true for the last 2.5 seasons, things get worse before they get better. We start the season in probably the lowest point that we see Simon ever. He's lost Clary, he's lost his family, Maya's nowhere to be seen. Isabel's been a great shoulder to cry on and to be there for him, but for the most part he's like really trying to figure out where is the value in continuing this journey, and why did all of these things have to happen to him at the same time. And he still has the mark of Cain, so he still feels extremely isolated, and he definitely has to go through a lot to get back to the Simon that we originally saw, that was full of life and excitement, and even further to grow from that point and be a better version of himself. These last 2 episodes kind of give a nice bow for, I think, the story as we've built it so far. The book fans will see some similarities, but then some extreme differences, because that's kind of how we do things. But generally, they're going to be happy with, I think, the way things end, the way people kind of come together, the way our story comes together, so that everyone plays a role in kind of saving the world, so to speak. It's bittersweet to think about. It's been a really cool journey, and to think about it all coming to an end. I'm actually really thankful we got 2 more episodes to really do that. Because if not, it would have been a cliffhanger and you guys would have hated it. But I'm glad we got to really give the story the ending I think it deserves and give the fans the ending they deserve.
Oh my God, I didn't expect the ending to be the way it's ending, and it's just, it's bittersweet. It's reading it, I was like, I was crying, and I even feel like crying now. It's like a mix of emotions.
I mean, at the end, I was concerned. We only got 2 episodes. It's not enough time to wrap it up, but they've done a tremendous job, really. And it's we cover a lot of ground. And I think it's I think fans are going to be thrilled with the ending. There's some things in there that are unexpected, and it's I think people are going to get what they want.
Luke is, he's kind of back at the same place he was before, kind of having a little bit of trouble with the pack. So what he does is he talks to Maya, and he's like, listen, here's the deal. You're doing good with the pack. You're such a good leader, born leader. I think that maybe this should be yours, because I can't handle this anymore. Because he's dealing with Clary and everything, and right now that's his priority, and it's always been his priority to deal with Clary and how she's handling the shadow world. So this werewolf thing was something that he didn't want to begin with. So now that it's like become such a burden, he's found someone that actually fits the role and is down for the cause from the beginning. So he basically tells Maya, like, listen, I think that you should be the new pack leader. I think the fans will be happy with the final 2 episodes, because everything kind of gets tied up in a nice little bow. There's a couple things in there that I think that they're really going to appreciate, that from the books that were kind of just sprinkled in there, and I think they'll really like that. And then there's a really huge Luke surprise that I think they're really going to like.